step out. So when I'm filming, my eldest daughter, Journey, came to visit because it's a Mother-Daughter Day. Is that what it is, Al? Yeah, so it's Mother-Daughter Day. And she saw my last video where I mentioned my nephews and nieces in Las Vegas, and she feels that nobody knows I have an older daughter. This is my older daughter, Journey. Hi, Journey.
Hi, Journey.
So maybe if you wore a Bigfoot shirt, I would include you more. Can we get you one?
Sure. Will I wear it to sleep?
Not out in public?
Nope.
That's the last video you're gonna be in. To all the carpenters out there that see me doing this and are just cringing right now, I do apologize. This video is for like people that are just to get the idea how I cut them down. That's all this is. It's not a how-to. But I want to clarify something. I said I was just using this. I'm not. I realized that the table is a little uneven, so I went to the old measuring tape. And I'm not measuring from here up. I'm measuring from the bottom. I'm measuring up 8 inches. 8 inches on all sides, on all boards, and cutting there. So that's where I'm cutting. Now, saying that, if you don't want to use these beds as a couch, or you're shorter than me, you can cut them just a little shorter and have under storage. But I don't need a lot of storage. This is just a camper for weekend trips or extended weekend trips. So I have a full-size truck to carry stuff in. So I'm not full-timing in it. I'm not doing weeks at a time, so I don't need a lot of storage. So I just want to make those clarifying things. If you are good at working with wood, like I said again, I apologize if you see me doing some boneheaded things. But so far so good. I also would like to say, because my wife got really scared, I'm using my thumb here. I'm using my thumb as a guide to make my cut straight, lining it up here and using my thumb. My hand is not like this. My hand is gripping the wood and going. So now I could place the thin wood in between, and it has 2 holes on the bottom and 3 holes that go into the side of the board. So now I can move my bed forward and backwards. So what I'm gonna do is basically put these wheels in the back of the bed by the big door, and I'm gonna lock them in place when we're traveling and for sleep mode. So the only time I'm going to unlock them is when we're moving the beds forward to clean behind the beds. And they're good for if I need some weight distribution, like if I need to move the beds a little forward over the axle when we're traveling, I can unlock it, slide it in place, and lock it back down. So this is very convenient. Here's the other thing about them. 4 wheels have a load capacity while moving, so not stagnant. While moving, they have a weight capacity of 150 pounds. So 8 wheels go on 1 bed. So, you gotta order, 16? Math. So that's 300 pounds. I weigh... Dirty, so this is a win. So I'm gonna end it here with my AC on because, as you know, I live in Florida. It's really hot and humid today, again, shocker. And the reason I only did 1 bed to show you is simply because the other wheels didn't come in yet and it's the weekend, and this is the chance I can film. So I just wanted to show you 1 bed. You get the idea for the other bed. And by the time we go on our first camping trip, which is hopefully soon, if the weather just cools, just maybe 10 degrees, we'll go out where we're not sweating the whole time. So this is it for the LitFad beds part 2 wheel system extendable bed system, couch system, and sleeping arrangement system. Yes, all that rolled into one. I hope you really enjoyed this bed system. I hope it gave you ideas on how you want your beds. It might not be this way. You might want a lot more storage underneath. Wait, speaking of storage, with the wheels up, I got storage under there now. I can put stuff under there. If I need to. As you can see, it's still dirty from all the sawdust. But now that I have the wheels on, I could just move it out of place and blow it out. Well, this concludes this. I already said that. Again, thank you for watching Taperland. I really appreciate it. And on the next episode, I'll actually do the Batwing awning. So that should be a fun one. See you later.